Right? So, welcome to the PBCC choir warm-up video. And I'd like to start by saying, first thing that you want to do in the morning is to actually warm up the vocal cords, but the rest of the day you don't need to do it. So humming is by far the best actual warm-up you can do for your vocal muscles. Why? Because you're activating the vocal cords, but you can't push too hard. You can't abuse them because your lips are closed, right? Lips together, teeth apart, and anything like that. I won't go into great detail because it really doesn't matter what you do as long as you're in a comfortable range, not too high, not too low, and just hum. And that's a great thing early in the morning. That's why we start that way on Sunday mornings when we're there at 7:15. But if you're midday and you've been talking already, then there's really no need to do the humming thing. Now, my next favorite warm-up for getting going is this po, 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 po. Now, by the way, I will demonstrate each one and talk about it and then have you do it, all right? So that you make sure that you're actually getting the important things. So this is not just to do, but the important thing is not to dwell on the first po. So we're not getting po, po, po. Don't want to work too hard at it. It's just to let it explode out. And yet, po, 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 almost like bio. Po, po, all right? So let's do it. And ready, go. Po, 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 po. 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 And we'll stop there. And you notice the first one's almost like a bark. Bo. All right. It's just using that air and popping that note out. And I haven't warmed up at all today, and we're getting up in some high notes without even working at it. All right. Let's try it again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Po, 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 po. 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 Good. Now, you can do that pretty much any way you want, but one of the things I want to emphasize here is the importance of singing only when you have your diaphragm activated. The way to do that, it's most easily done standing up. You can do it sitting as long as you're sitting up. Front edge of the chair, both feet flat on the floor. This allows your stomach to move, all right? Because you've got your rib cage there, and you don't want your abdominal muscles to have to hold up the rib cage, right? You want your back muscles to do that. And the way that you do that, there are 4 layers, I believe, of abdominal muscles. And what we try to do is activate the first layer of them. And the way to do that is that squeezing of the sphincter. I say squeeze your quarter, and I'll be gross. And it's this whole idea of just like as if you're holding in diarrhea. That muscle engages the first level of abdominal muscles, but it also straightens your back and lifts your rib cage, which allows your stomach to move, your abdominal. And if you stick out your tongue, you go, and you feel your stomach moving. Now, if you're slumped, everything's going to move, and you don't want that. But if you sit up straight, squeeze down low, and you're getting that breath going, all right? And then when you sing, you're not working anything you don't need to work, all right? You get most efficient singing you can make happen, all right? So now we're going to do our ho, 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 ho. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Ho, 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 and stop. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So now we're going to try that same thing a little slower, like this. We're going to go ho, 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 ho. And that's hard to do to separate them. Ready, breathe. Ho, 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 ho. 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 Good. Now, I'm going to make it one trick harder, right? Ladies, I'd like you to make this kind of sound. Oh, 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 oh. Very hooty, very Julia Childs. Oh, 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 oh. And men, can you sing like that too? Speak in falsetto, pretend you're Julia Childs or Mickey Mouse, and oh, 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 oh. That helps develop tone, and men, when you sing in falsetto, it will make your regular voice sound better too. And ready, and oh, 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 oh. Wow. Right. Now, men, that might have started to get a little bit high, but that falsetto is going to make the rest of this sound really, really good. Now, next thing is we're going to buzz, all right? And in this age of coronavirus, I'm going to ask you to, whatever surface you're in front of, you're going to need to wipe it off afterwards, okay? And start with our hand, though, for now. And figure out how to buzz your lips. And if you're one of the people that has trouble doing this, and there are people who do, it's usually that the lower lip doesn't quite have the strength. So by touching here, not quite out at the corners, but just inside a little bit, you can get the, and then you hum through, and it takes a higher note. Low notes don't work. Oh, so I was doing it too high. If you're using a piano, an F, men, is a good note to start on. Women too. And we'll go. Breathe. Very good. Now we're going to take it and find a way to convert that into singing tone, right? So we're going to start here. And just do that. Ready, go. Again. And I ask you to take your hand, and when you're singing, just let that high note go. Ready? Good. Now I'm starting to bellow up there, and I don't want to do that too much. Now let's see what we can do coming down. Let's go. And here, the trick is to be careful not to let out too much. We don't want to go, but squeeze the quarter. You have to, and you're just opening your mouth, lips a little bit, and We're squeezing our quarter. We're singing with that really good ooh, up, and let's go. Up, 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 up. Go. Up, 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 up. Men, will you do that in falsetto once? Go. Up, 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 up. And women, try to sound like me. One time, go. Up, 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 up. Now men can drop the octave into their own range. Ready, and up, 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 up. 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 Now the trick here is to make sure that you're focusing. We tend to just kind of go into mechanical mode when we do this, but we get so much more when we're focusing on every note, short and staccato. Up, 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 up. Let's try it. Go. Up, 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 up. 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 Holy cow, I just hit a high A. I'm a baritone. I have no business. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes higher than I'm supposed to be able to sing, right? But because I'm doing everything exactly right with my abdominal muscles and having my rib cage in the right place and squeezing in all the right places, then I'm getting to do it. Be careful when I talk about the word squeeze. I'm talking about below the hip bones, okay? Never anything above that. You never want to be any squeezing here. Never want anything there, right? And this next one, different set of syllables. Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. Say it. Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. And we'll go mo, mu, mi, me, ah. And we won't put an N on the last one. So it'll just be mo, mu, mi, me, ah. And mo, mu, mi, me, ah. 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 And do you notice how I'm not smiling on the me? We never want to get mo, mu, mi, right? Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. And the mouth has to drop open a little bit for the me. Let's try it again. Ready? Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. Eyebrows up. Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. 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 Stop, relax, maybe just stroke your throat a little bit, because this is a lot of warming up and singing all at once. Now, it's one of the things I want to remind you of, is to make sure we're not pushing, all right? And one of the best ways to do that is to make sure that when you get done with each exercise, to breathe in slowly. So don't sing with me here, but just listen and watch what I do between the two exercises. Mo, mu, mi, me, ah. Hear that long long breath. I'm not gasping. I'm not going, mo, mu, mi, me, mo, but I'm, mo, mu, mi, me, mo, mu, mi. The more time you can spend inhaling, the better sound you're going to be able to make, right? And then we find ways to shorten that for the quick breaths that we need to do. Now, I invite you to sing with me Amazing Grace. And I sent you the words on an email. But it goes, Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Ugh, not good. I didn't have enough air because I was trying to worry about what piano chords to play. So I'll do it a cappella. And just listen to me do the beginning, then you imitate. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Try it with me, and amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Yes. Sing with me. That saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. And you can work on that and just work on making it rich and beautiful. Look forward to singing together with you later. Bye-bye.